What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jared. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is our white Project 6.0 Powerstroke diesel, and it is that time officially. The transmission needs built. Now the 5R110 that's in the 6.0 Powerstroke is a very stout engine. You're not going to have a lot of issues with it. But when you start talking, when you get into about the 500 horsepower range, when you're in the low to mid 500s, your transmission's on borrowed time. Especially if you're doing racing and dyno events or anything like that. If you're just driving it casually like you would on the street, you're probably going to be fine. If you're like, if you upgrade to maybe like a 155 stock nozzle injector, a 175/30 with an appropriate turbo is going to push this transmission into the gray zone where if you're on it too hard, if you're mean to this transmission, it'll start to slip at that point. But normal driving, you're still fine in those scenarios. Now, many of you know, with everything done to the truck, we have the cam done, ported intake manifold, BD exhaust manifolds and Y-pipe, bigger turbo, slightly bigger injectors, intercooler, piping, fuel system, all that. This truck has dynoed in the low 500s already. And track times would imply that we're probably around the 530 horsepower mark right now with everything done to the truck. All that said, this transmission is officially starting to fail a little bit. It's slow into gear, and I feel like I've definitely felt it start to slip a few times. So right here, I have the build sheet for the transmission, and it's going to get obviously all new seals throughout the whole transmission. Let's talk about some of the key components to getting built on this transmission that sometimes you don't hear people talk about. So first, let's talk torque converter. We're going to get a triple disc billet torque converter. We are going to probably keep the factory stall. This isn't a dedicated drag truck. I'm not going to need a high stall to get the turbo spooled on the line. Yeah, I still have the VGT setup. And I don't see the benefits of necessarily going to a low stall either. So we're going to keep this a factory stall converter, just upgrading to the billet triple disc. A lot of people don't know this, but the factory torque converter is already a triple disc torque converter. Now I will have to get the name of the company. It's a local company building it. What's one pull? Very quickly got up to that 35-mile-an-hour speed limit, guys. It's going to get the GPZ clutches, very high quality clutch and steels that are going in here. Very excited for this. It's going to get all new Ford seals and stuff like that are going to go in. It's going to get new Ford solenoids as well. It's also going to get a Transgo shift kit. It's also going to get new molded pistons in it. Those, I believe, are all pretty standard for a rebuilt transmission. Now for the parts that are not quite so standard. First, we're going to get the case powder coated. We're going to leave that. I know it's something small, just it's going to look nice. It's only going to cost like 75 bucks to have it done at a local shop. So not a big deal. Just going to get the case powder coated. It'll look nice. Kind of excited about that. A very small detail, but something I think is a little bit cool. We're going to get a Magtech deep dish pan for this. And now let's talk about the billet parts the truck is going to get. I don't hear a ton of people necessarily talk about this part, but the center support is very commonly a failure point. It gets weak. It's a long case from what I've read. I've done a lot of research on this, and obviously Greg at DNA has too. So the center support needs at least remanufactured. We're actually going to put a billet, an upgraded center support in. Now, if you go to Suncoast, I know I'm going to see it on here. One of my subscribers is a very big fan of this modification. I just learned this recently. So Suncoast used to put the upgraded solenoid in, and what they found out, part of it is because of some flex in the case when the center support was starting to fail. So they found they didn't need to do this anymore when they addressed the center support issue. So we're getting a new billet center support put in, which should eliminate the need for that upgraded solenoid, because now everything should line up the way it's supposed to. And so go check out Suncoast's website, because they can actually explain it. I cannot. We're definitely doing a billet input shaft, and we're doing a billet overdrive, what the heck do they call it? Planetary thing. whatever the heck that is. I don't even know what it is. Now, there are two billet components I'm not 100% sure on. One is the intermediate shaft, and the other is a rear hub. I believe it's called a hub. I'll have to check that up. I'll insert it in here somewhere. So those are the two things I'm up in the air about, if I'm gonna do them or not. Everything else is 100% confirmed. I am debating on those two things if I'll actually need them for this setup. But we are definitely talking a transmission that should relatively easily handle the horsepower I'm gonna put at it. I am leaning towards doing the billet rear hub, so that'll most likely happen, and there's a decent chance the intermediate shaft will also be billet component will be put in as well. So most likely we're talking a full billet transmission here. The one thing to definitely remember when you're talking transmissions, make sure that whoever's building it, that they take care of the center support. It's a big thing. I've not called every builder. I've spoken to 2 different builders outside of Greg, and I know they address the center support as well. So anyway, guys, we have a lot of great components coming together for this build. I'm very excited for this transmission. More importantly, I'm very excited to see what kind of horsepower I'm actually losing by having a failing transmission. Now, obviously, my transmission is not completely failed. It's starting to definitely show signs of not being able to handle more than about 30% throttle, and you can definitely feel it. It just drives different. It's slow to get into drive. It's slow to go in reverse and park, and it's definitely, I felt it slip more than once now too. So it's definitely getting tired. And at the end of the day, I always knew that this build was going to kind of get to a point where I wanted a built transmission, where I was going to need one more, I should say. You know, I don't want to be towing my camper and have a transmission issue. So we're getting a very overbuilt transmission to be able to handle whatever I throw at it, really. This transmission would essentially be what you would put in pretty much. Now, if you're going full race build, you would definitely do those other 2 components as billet. That wouldn't even be a question. There's still a question for me, and I really think the only one I'm not going to do is I think the intermediate shaft I won't necessarily do in billet. We'll see, but definitely the rest is going to be billet. I'm pretty determined on. Also, guys, what are you seeing for billet flex plates? What's, you know, good idea, bad idea? I've been considering one of them while it's apart. I'd hate to have one mess up, have to turn around and have one thrown in the truck last minute after already having the transmission out of the truck before. So anyway, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Hit me up. So guys, that's what's happening to the transmission in the truck. Very excited again. And I think it'll be a cool comparison seeing prior to having a built transmission to after what the dyno and track numbers are. I'm going to leave this setup for at least the first race of the year, just to kind of see where the truck is at. Yes, we upgraded to a larger charger. I don't think that'll affect our time much on these injectors, just because the Power Max was able to clean these up pretty well. One thing we may see is, since it's a larger turbo, it doesn't need to compress the air as much to flow the same amount of air, so maybe we can pick up a little power there with just pushing in a slightly cooler charge. That is something I've considered. Now, we're also nitpicking at that point, don't get me wrong, it's a small detail, but something to consider. Now, where this turbo is going to shine is when I throw 190/30s in this truck, this charger is going to come alive. This truck is going to be absolutely insane at that point. Hey YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this video, just trying to give some ideas of what's going on with my transmission. I have at this point definitely decided to do the rear hub and billet. Obviously I'm shooting this much later than the rest of the video, and I will probably forego the intermediate shaft at this time. Just for my power level goals, I don't think I'm going to need it. But I will give you guys another update when I officially make that decision and Greg's actually working on it. I did get a transmission core. What makes it hard is I have an early style truck, so you need to put an early style transmission in it because they did change some things in the 05 through 07 that don't convert over to the early year trucks. So to actually successfully swap them in, you have to change a few more than just that, and it's a whole nightmare I don't want to mess with. So you can make the early transmissions just as strong as the later ones, no big deal. So we're sticking with an early one. I have a core coming, it's shipping right to Greg, And like I said, we're going to get that case powder coated, so very excited about that. A small detail, just something kind of cool, I think. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this upload. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Drop those comments down below, guys. Always love hearing from you. Also, if you guys are in need of a turbo, check out my sponsor, Turbo Time USA. Hoodie they sent out to me. I'm loving it. Very comfortable. On the back here, I don't know if it comes up. Try to show you guys. Anyway, just a cool hoodie, very comfortable. If you guys use the coupon code 6OBROS, I will put that down in the description, along with a link to their website. You can get a merchandise item for free from those guys with the purchase of one of their custom turbos. Also, if you guys are not interested in a custom turbo at this time, they have stock turbos, they have reman turbos, they also sell a Power Max. So whatever you need, they have you covered over there, guys. Go check them out if you are in need of a turbo, and I'll see all of you guys in the next upload.